Like tons of research. I think they are pretty well equipped.
Hi.
Like as
Hi, Xin.
yeah.
Hi,
Can
Maria.
you hear me?
Yes, I can. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no worries. I borrowed headphones from my friend here, and apparently there is a mic here, so I have to talk on this thing.
Oh, yeah, me too. Here.
My previous, like my headphones, those that died a few hours ago, did not have that, so I have to correct. I have to confirm that you can actually hear
Yeah,
me.
yeah, I can hear you.
How are you, dear? How are things going?
Oh, now our lab was like shut down.
The
Shut it
same.
down. Yeah. So like yesterday, before yesterday, from last Friday, we do a lot of work. We did a lot of work. So on Friday, that section I didn't attend, so I said I must attend this morning. This one.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, there everything is recorded, but
Oh yeah.
might be better if you attend. We also, I mean, we are also shut. So till January 11th, no.
Exactly.
Oh, and I was so bad luck. Like I was, imagine this thing.
Mm.
So that day when we received that email
Yes.
of the shutdown,
Mhm.
basically while I mean, mail was already sent, but I was talking to my
Yeah,
other
that sounds
PI,
Mm.
Dominic, and I was showing him preliminary data for my chapter
Yeah,
4.
me too.
And
Mhm.
we agreed that project is doable, and now we are aiming for publication. So let's start
Ah.
generating figures. I mean,
Mhm. And started.
I,
Oh
I
my
didn't
god.
know, I didn't know should I cry or laugh.
Mm.
It's like
Exactly.
it's like
I know. It's so sad.
I mean, things are as they are, and we can't change it. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed, honestly,
Mhm.
because of New Year's Eve, since
Yeah.
I'm always looking forward, like waiting for New Year.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like being with my husband. That's normal. That's why I married him. But we
Yeah.
usually have people around, and then we celebrate, and then it's
Yes.
fun. And then I have a reason to actually dress up in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And now, like, I'm just wondering how everything will look. It will be the day like every other day. It's like,
You still have your husband anyway.
honey, he lives with me. I see him every
Yeah.
day. He is like an inventory in the house. So he's part of interior. So there is nothing new about that. So that's all nice.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but it would be great if I can have, other people. I
Yeah.
have friends who I would really
Mm-hmm.
like to see and hug physically.
Yes, physically.
But not going to happen till January 11th.
Exactly. It's a hard time.
Man, I wish I would like if these measures actually bring up any good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what will make me happy. Just I am not so confident. I don't think that will happen. I
Exactly. I'm
don't
not
think.
sure.
I mean, I can't say. I don't know. I'm not expert in viruses, but I
Mm-hmm.
really don't think that these restrictions will do anything good. But anyway, let's see. There are a few people. Hey guys, um, let's go through review session since I have I have other things to do. I have your assignments to grade, so I want to make sure that everything is graded. Before I would like to grade everything before your final exams, so you can know where you are standing. So here is a review session for the final exam. So we will go. Question by question. So this is the same, exactly same session from Friday. So just for the people who did not attend. Uh, let's see. So again, uh, your all exam is divided in 3 sections. Section 1 will contain brief answers, meaning only one word. Section 2 will be short snappers, like a word or two, phrase, something like that, like not essay question. And section 3 is concept question, but those are questions where you will have to elaborate, like essay questions. So let's say the section 3 would be the hardest one and probably brings more points. And in total, 23 questions. It's not a big number, but questions are not easy. So get ready for that. So in section 1 for brief answers. So questions 1 from 5 are related to basic equations that are describing processes. So when you see the equation, you will know, you need to be able to recognize what kind of process that is and to write it down. Okay. So you don't have to write by yourself, but you have to know when you see the equation what. Question 6 and 7. So understand it's from Mike. So these are examples from Unit 7. So look carefully, Unit 9, microbiome, and know that example bacteria. Like understand that bacteria and how we do microbiome, how we use information from microbiome. Then understand key enzymes in specific bacteria, such as acetogens, homofermenters. So which are enzymes that they have and which enzymes they lack and why they lack specific enzyme, for example. Questions 8 to 9, labeling of molecules. So you have that question on your problem sets. So understand labeling, like if carbon is labeled at position 2, which pathway that is. So you look at, so make sure that you understand that. What that means, if carbon is labeled at position 2, at position 3, that means bacteria is using pathway this or that. Okay. Question 10. You need to understand regulation of glutamine synthase, so GS, and you need to know these gene names, GLN, DBE, what happens when UR activity is on, and what happens when UT activity is on, and how that influences adenylate transferase and adenylate removal activity. So when there is low glutamine, high alpha ketoglutarate activity, UT or UR is turned on, that is affecting activity of AT or AR. That's what you need to know. So understand that very well. Question 11. Know key enzymes in each mentioned metabolic pathway, especially carbon dioxide fixing and central metabolic pathway. So if we say Calvin cycle, what is the key enzyme in Calvin cycle? If we say reverse DCA cycle, what's key enzyme in the reverse DCA cycle? Questions 12 and 13. Very well, you have to be familiar with anoxygenic and oxygenic phototrophic organisms. Bacteria, not plants. How anoxygenic organisms fix carbon dioxide, how oxygenic phototrophs fix carbon dioxide, and what are characteristics of each of those photosystems. Know specific phototrophic organisms and what type of system they have for PMF generation. So if you look those photosystems in green and purple bacteria, there are some characteristics for each of them. So know those characteristics. Section 2, short snappers. Again, glutamine synthase. So understand very well how glutamine synthase is regulated with alpha ketoglutarate and glutamine on both enzymatic and transcriptional level. So you have that two-component system, NTRB and NTRC. So know which one is activated and which one is what activation means. Is it phosphorylated? Is it dephosphorylated? And everything related to that. So when it's high alpha ketoglutarate and low glutamine, for example, how that influences transcriptional level and enzymatic level. And know how to explain why is this happening. Give me just a minute to go to turn something off. Here I am, sorry about that. Question 15. Know how different molecules from microbiome affect host health. So there are specific molecules that microorganisms in microbiome world are producing, and those molecules are very important for human health. So think about healthy diet versus unhealthy diet. There is actually a specific slide that talks about that. So understand that. So what we are usually, what doctors usually tells us that we have to eat so we can have healthy digestive system, and how is microbiome connected to that? Question 16. No special formations in nitrogen metabolizing microbes. So among all those nitrogen metabolism microbes, like nitrogen fixators, ammonia oxidizers, nitrite oxidizers, Comamox, Anamox, there are some special formations inside the cell. So know those formations and what the characteristics of those formations. Question 17, no specific regulations for metal uptake. So a hint, some metals are useful and regular part of our systems, like micronutrient and microbial systems, like micronutrients. But if they're not regulated properly, they can be toxic. So there are a few ways to regulate that metal. So know those ways. No relationship between microbes and metal. Check that review paper that Dr. Stein gave. So how we call that specific relation, and why that specific relation is there. Question 19. Know about microbes that are using hydrogen oxidizing enzymes. So there are a few of them. And know what are benefits of process of hydrogen oxidation. So why is hydrogen such a good fuel? Know very well components of microbial fuel cell, for question 20. In details, know what's happening in each of formations, anoxic and oxic. Look my lectures, look Dr. Stein's lectures, it's very well explained. Section 3, concept questions. Question 21. So when you see image of bacterial metabolism, and you will have an image, know to recognize metabolic characteristics of the microbe. Which are those characteristics? For example, know what is the main metabolic pathway in that organism, what they are producing, what molecule they produce as metabolism, as a consequence of metabolism. What is the electron donor and what is the electron acceptor? So they have or they oxidize something, something is reduced, and something is produced as a result of that oxidoreduction. What is the nitrogen source that bacteria use? So look at the membranes. What is coming in, what is coming out? What is the carbon source? Remember, some of them are using carbon dioxide. So if they fix carbon dioxide, what type of carbon dioxide fixation they have? So you have to know enzymes. What are main structural characteristics of bacteria? Like cell membrane, look cell membrane. Question 22. Be aware of various terminal electron acceptors the bacteria use. So hint, you have oxygen, you have nitrate, you have sulfate, and know what is the product after each oxidoreduction in the electron transport chain. For example, if oxygen is terminal electron acceptor, product is water. If nitrite, NO3 minus is electron acceptor, product is NO2 minus. So those kind of things. In connection with terminal electron acceptor, know what can be an electron donor. Like if oxygen is a terminal electron acceptor, donor can be NADH, but donor can be ammonia as well. So know that. Know which organisms are in competition for fuel source. So again, there are 2 types of organisms, actually 3. You have to know that. And know which organisms would outcompete and why. So again, depends on nutrient source. And last question, know what kind of stress-specific know what kind of specific stress microbes are facing with. So know stress. And know if when they face with the stress, what kind of adaptation they develop. So look very well stress, but specific microbe related. So for example, think about microbes that live in anoxic environment, what kind of stress they are facing. So specific microbes in terms of specific environment where they live. Are they chemolithotrophs? Are they phototrophs? Are they organotrophs? So if they are chemolithotrophs, what kind of stress they are facing and what kind of adaptations they have, something like that. And that would be it. That's all.
Is it hard?
I mean, I will try to be honest. It was harder when I saw it first time, but Dr. Stein adjusted a lot. So I don't think it's too hard. I think it was harder last year, but I think if you guys are prepared and if you follow well what I just described, you should be good. Because it's straightforward. Like there are no any catches, there are no confusions. Questions are clearly formulated. So in those terms, it's not hard. But in terms of exam, generally, it is hard because this is a hard class. Like microbial physiology is hard, and there is no way you can make exam easy because all class is hard. So in that terms, it's hard, but you shouldn't be scared because if you follow very well what was explained, should be great. And again, I think I will be there for questions. I mean, I have to talk to Dr. Stein to see how will that look. Should we both be logged in from our profiles or how that will go? But I think I will be there if you have any questions or so, and she will be there as well.
So only have 2 hours.
Yes, and the good thing is like you guys technically you have access to your notes. So what I would do, I would make some general bullet points. Because the good thing is when you have access to your notes, you don't have a time to reread everything again. But if you know where to search, if you're not sure, for example, about some enzyme, let's say you're not sure, is it GLMP or GLMP? I mean, you can always glance, which is not very regular. I mean, I would not recommend you doing that, but it doesn't hurt because as long as you know the main mechanism. But if you don't know main mechanism, knowing the name of the gene won't help you.
I feel so hard.
Don't worry, it won't be hard. Just relax. Don't overthink. Because if you start panicking, you will forget what you already know. Believe me.
Okay.
I know because I did that already, so don't panic.
Okay.
And that's all. And I will upload this to YouTube on YouTube in case you guys. But there is a session from Friday as well. So that's it.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to check. It's still going to be on Google Forms, right?
Apparently, that's what I discovered recently. Yes. So yeah.
That's a first for me.
Yeah, I mean, I also didn't on Friday. I didn't know. I wasn't sure because Dr. Stein first told me she was mentioning e-class, but then she said she created the Google form. So I was like, okay, what?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
mean, e-class did have that shut down on Friday, and I know a lot of people are writing an exam during that, and it really put them through way more stress.
Yeah, oh God, I heard about that. It's disaster like that. I think that's one of the reasons why Dr. Stein didn't want to do that, because e-class is one of the worst platforms that I ever saw in my life. It crashes more often than my home internet, and my home internet crashes every day. So this one is way worse. So it will be form, but what I think she was thinking is that we will be logged in on e-class on Zoom. So if you guys want, like, you can open e-class and you can log in and then you can ask us. I think that's what she was thinking.
Okay.
But I have to, again, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't contact her later after Friday. I was all lost this weekend. I was trying to start marking your exams, your assignments, but for some reason, Desperate Housewives looked way more interesting than your assignment. So honestly, so I will start. It's Monday. It's like every diet starts from Monday. Every exercise starts from Monday. So that's what I'm going to do right now.
Very true.
Yeah.
So just relax, be confident with yourself. I will be there if you have any questions. So Dr. Stein will be there. We are all here to help you. And even though I don't like this expression, I will use it. Everything will be right. Everything will be fine. Personally,
Okay.
I hate that expression. That's what, but sometimes I have to say it. So,
Okay, it helps.
Yeah.
anyway, I'm going to check out. So see you on,
Okay.
is it Thursday, right?
Yes. I think.
Thursday.
11.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
take care.
Thank you.
You two guys, don't kill yourself during this lockdown. We will be out on January 11th. So,
Okay.
see you then soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.